What is up, everybody? This is Doug with Fitness for Everybody. And today, since everybody's doing it, I got to join in and chime in on this whole Liver King scandal, this controversy. For those of you who don't know who the Liver King is, I'd be shocked if you didn't, but he rose to fame last year, and he rose to fame very quickly, and orchestrated aggressive marketing campaign. He actually hired some people to help him reach over 1 million subscribers via social media, just so he could promote his line of supplements. And that's all fine and good, but what is not all fine and good is he claimed that you could achieve a physique like his. I'm going to put up a picture of the Liver King so you can see he has a damn impressive physique. The problem is he claimed he achieved that physique naturally, just by eating raw liver, other raw organs, and taking supplements. Supplements that he would later go on to shill in an effort to make even more money. He was already fairly well off from my understanding, but apparently in his greed he wanted to make even more money, and he did so in a calculated move. He manipulated people into believing he was a natural athlete, that he achieved that impressive physique naturally. And in breaking news, and in news that doesn't shock a lot of us seasoned lifters, leaked emails recently revealed his full steroid and human growth cycle, human growth hormone cycle. Turns out this clown was he's on over like $15,000 a month of anabolic steroids and human growth hormone. Human growth hormone is very dangerous. It is extremely expensive, and this guy is affording all of that with, in part, the money he makes selling his bogus supplements. Now, this breaking news, it's very controversial. It's kind of divided the internet, with half of the people saying, well, we already knew he was on steroids. Big fucking deal, you know? Where in the other half, and I'm on the side of the other half, saying, no, this is a big fucking deal, because he was selling all of these supplements under false pretenses, telling people you can achieve a physique like mine if you just eat raw organs and take my supplements. And he would go on all these shows, and whenever he was accused of taking steroids, he would vehemently deny it, mock and ridicule his accusers, and call them subprimal, say anybody that ever takes steroids is subprimal. He's never touched the stuff, never has, never will. He's been on many, many, many shows saying this for over the last year. So the entire time, he was lying to everybody's face. Not only was he running steroids, he was running a ton of steroids, and that growth hormone. That's how he achieved his physique, which, as I said, for us seasoned lifters, we all knew. We could tell by looking at him. There's a lot of people, I've seen this comment over and over again. Well, I mean, we all knew. Who cares? And if you're stupid enough to believe that he was natural, then you deserve to get ripped off. No, that is complete bullshit. That is not the right way of looking at this. He was selling a product under false pretenses. He was outright lying to people just to make even more money. Now, as I said, us seasoned lifters, we all knew. But don't forget, there are a lot of fitness newcomers that take people at face value. These people are, a lot of them are young. They're naive. They still have an innocence to them. They want to believe that these people are natural. They take their word for it. They take them at face value. I remember when I was just starting out in health and fitness, I was only 19, and I still had that innocence to me. And I believed that all my favorite bodybuilders, like Arnold, Lou Ferrigno, Lee Priest, I believed all these guys were natural. They just worked out really hard and took all the right supplements. And it wasn't until a year or two later that illusion got shattered when I realized those guys were definitely on some gear, as they call it, some steroids. And so it's very understandable that a lot of people who are new to the game took this guy at his word, and they trusted him, and they invested their hard-earned money into his line of supplements, thinking, if they took them, if they followed what he was doing, what he was saying, they could achieve a physique like his, which is unobtainable without all the steroids. But they didn't know. They were young, and a lot of them aren't young. They're just new to the game, They're just starting out, and as I said, they have that innocence to them. And he capitalized on that. He took advantage of that. And in my opinion, that makes the guy a total scumbag. You can't do that to people. That's like, selling somebody a car and swearing it's got 0 miles on it. And then you buy the thing, get it home, and realize someone fiddled with the odometer and it's got like 200K miles. You're lying. If you're lying to sell a product, you're a scumbag. And that is exactly what this guy did. So screw him. There is no forgiveness from me. Now, as far as the apology video he released, which really he had no choice but to issue an apology. He got busted. There was no way he was going to deny that those leaked emails weren't from his email account. They had his name all over them and his exact steroid and human growth hormone cycle. So he issued an apology. I don't know if you've seen it. The apology did not sit well with me. I think it is completely bogus. He apologized. He said, look, I screwed up. I have been on steroids the entire time. I lied about it to everybody. And he said, he went on to say, which I am still aghast that he had the audacity to say this. He said that he did it to help prevent suicide. Because, 4,000 people a day kill themselves and 80,000 people a day try to kill themselves, blah, 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 blah. I was doing it to help them achieve, a greater sense of purpose and to build their self-esteem. That is ridiculous. If anything, his physique is going to make people feel worse about themselves because he's got an unobtainable body type unless, you take all those steroids. I know a lot of people out there struggle with self-image, and when you see a guy in the shape that he's in, it kind of makes you feel bad about yourself. So if anything, that's going to make people feel worse. It's not going to help. You see, especially like with women, they see these beautiful models, and they look at themselves and say, I don't look like that, and then they feel crappy about themselves. They end up starving themselves or becoming bulimic. Well, you know what? A lot of us guys suffer from that as well. It's not just women. We see these guys like the Liver King or Mike O'Hearn or all these, these completely jacked guys, and we look at ourselves and say, man, I don't look like that. I could never look like that. And then it makes us feel lousy, So for him to try to justify this by saying, oh, well, I did it for, for those with low self-esteem, and I'm just trying to spread positivity, and I'm trying to prevent suicides. What a cop-out. That is him trying to come across as like somehow heroic in all of this and deflect from the fact that he scammed a ton of people. His company was making, supposedly, $100 million a year. He was ripping off people by saying, look, take my supplements, follow my lifestyle, and you can get as jacked as me. You can't. And I think that's really unfortunate. So the guy is a massive douchebag, total scumbag. I am not okay with what he did. You should not be okay with what he did either. I'm not sure if there can be any legal repercussions from this, any legal fallout, but I really hope there's some class action lawsuits filed against this guy from everybody that trusted him and bought his supplements because he was telling them you can get this physique if you just, eat raw liver, take my supplements, live my lifestyle, and it was just all just bogus marketing. And then he's saying, oh, he in his apology video, I love this. He said, I never knew that I was going to get this popular and have this much influence. No, that's not true, because in the leaked emails, he mentions specifically he hired people to help him build a social media presence and to become an internet superstar. And it worked. And then, you got all these people out there new to the game buying all of his supplements thinking, oh, well, this guy knows what he's talking about. He's all natural. He's swearing to people he's all natural. He's going on all these podcasts, looking all these people in the eye and swearing up and down he's never touched steroids. You know what? I believe him. I'm going to buy these supplements and I'm going to look like him. Meanwhile, the guy's juiced to the gills, shoving needles in his butt every week. Ridiculous. So those are my thoughts on the Liver King. What he did was unforgivable. The guy should be shunned, ostracized. I really hope his companies, because apparently he's got more than one, I hope they crash and burn. The guy is a loser, and I feel bad for anybody that bought his products. And it's not, if you did buy his products thinking, I could look like him, he claims he's natural, I'm going to trust this guy. I feel bad for you. You're not stupid. You were just a little naive. And if you had a little bit more experience under your belt, you would have known better. But that's neither here nor there. Don't feel bad about it. You should just be angry at this guy who was a snake oil salesman, and he duped you, and he duped a lot of people. So those are my thoughts on the Liver King. Screw that guy. He is a loser. And this is Doug. Thank you for tuning in to Fitness for Everybody. I'll see you soon.